the dark we rise and soar, guided by the dreams we wore. From the oceans to the skies, endless fire burns in our eyes. Beyond the stars we chase the light, with fearless hearts through endless nights. No frontier can hold us down, the universe is our playground. Mountains high and oceans deep, secrets in the void we keep. Every step a tale to weave, for those who dare, who still believe. Beyond the stars we chase the light, with fearless hearts through endless nights. No frontier can hold us down, the universe is our playground. This is our playground. Mountains high and oceans deep, secrets in the void we keep. Every step a tale to weave, for those who dare, who still believe. Beyond the stars we chase the light, with fearless hearts through endless night. No frontier can hold us down, the universe is our playground. Echoes call from far away, guiding ships through cosmic sway. With every launch a new sunrise, the quest for knowledge never dies. Beyond the stars we claim the skies, bound by hope that never dies. To worlds unknown we'll make our mark, lighting flames within the dark.
Three, two, one.
Is 4 minutes, all systems are currently go for an on-time liftoff. Next up, the truss structure next to the vehicle, known as a strong back, will start to retract. In preparation for retraction, the clamps around the second stage will open, which, if we look on our screen, they have already opened. And then the strong back will recline away from the vehicle, which you can see it is slowly moving away. In addition to helping drive down the cost of access to space by flying reusable vehicles, SpaceX's dedicated rideshare flights to sun-synchronous orbit provide small satellite operators competitive pricing, increased flight opportunities, and flexibility. As the demand for rideshare missions continues to rise, our rideshare program was expanded to accommodate even more smallsats looking for rides to orbit. Falcon 9 launched its second bandwagon mission last year, Bandwagon 2, a separate line of rideshare missions to deliver spacecraft to mid-inclination orbit rather than to transporters' sun-synchronous orbit. Mid-inclined orbits are appealing to a growing number of customers, especially to remote sensing companies that want to strengthen their coverage over areas like parts of Asia and the Middle East. Rideshare significantly increases access to space for small satellite operators around the world, and we're excited to be able to offer these launch opportunities for our customers. For more information on these and opportunities to other orbits, visit spacex.com/launches. So at T-minus 3 minutes, we had LOX load completion on the first stage, and we're coming up on LOX load completion on the second stage in just under 15 seconds from now.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
Great call out there, telling us that Falcon 9 is now fully loaded with propellant. Coming up around at T-minus 1 minute, Falcon 9 will be in startup, which is when the internal flight computers will have taken over.
Ground gas closeouts.
That white cloud is venting from the TE LOX line, which is completely normal.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Launch director, go for launch.
We just heard from the launch director, so at T-minus 40 seconds, all systems are go for launch of Transporter 12.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Transporter 12.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
We are now 32 seconds into flight. Falcon 9 has cleared the tower at Space Launch Complex 4 East, and we're currently throttling down to prepare for max Q, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic stress on the vehicle.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon 9 is supersonic. Max Q.
We just had max Q. Now we have 5 events coming up in quick succession, starting with MECO, then stage separation, stage 1 flip, second engine start or SES1, and the start of boost back burn.
MVAC shell has started.
MECO is main engine cutoff when all 9 M1Ds on the first stage shut down. Stage separation is when the first and second stage separate from one another. Stage 1 flip is when the booster flips 180 degrees. Second engine start is when the MVAC engine on the second stage will light for its first time. And boost back burn is used to arrest the forward velocity and return the first stage back towards the landing site. So all of those coming up in a few seconds. Watch out for them.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there you heard, and we had some awesome views of those 5 events that happened back to back, which are main engine cutoff, stage separation, stage 1 flip, second engine start 1, and boost back burn on the first stage. Coming up next will be fairing separation.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Great call out there of fairing separation and an awesome view of our payloads. As a reminder, those fairings will make their way back to Earth for recovery. Both halves of the fairing are flight proven, with one side flying for its 19th time and the other for its 18th time.
Stage 1 boost back shut down.
And we just had the end of boost back burn. The next major milestone coming up is entry burn on our first stage, which is scheduled to occur around the T+6 minute mark.
Vehicles are on a nominal trajectory.
On the left-hand side of your screen, we just saw the 4 grid fins deploy. Falcon 9 is equipped with 4 hypersonic grid fins positioned near the top of the first stage that help steer the first stage as it returns to Earth. And we're currently in our first MVAC burn, and this burn should last for another few minutes. And as I mentioned, the next milestone will be the first stage entry burn, which is coming up in about a minute and a half. Today, Falcon 9 is performing 2 burns in order to land. That first burn, known as the entry burn, slows the vehicle down before hitting the denser parts of the Earth's atmosphere. Today's entry burn will be a single-engine entry burn where only E9 will relight. Without this burn, we'd only be using the atmospheric drag to slow down Falcon 9, which would add extra stress to the vehicle. Following entry burn, the booster will initiate the landing burn, which should slow down the vehicle even more for a successful landing. The white puffs coming off of Falcon 9 that you see on your screen are cold nitrogen gas, which help with attitude control. An awesome view of the Channel Islands on the right-hand side of your screen, coming up on the start of entry burn in just a few seconds.
Stage 1 entry burn start up.
There's the start of entry burn. It should last about 15 seconds.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
And we just had confirmation of entry burn shutdown. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be attempting to recover this booster for the second time today and are targeting a landing
Stage 1 FTS has safed
at Vandenberg's LZ4. Today's landing burn attempt will be a 3-engine landing burn where engines 1, 5, and 9 will relight to really quickly slow down the vehicle before touching down.
Stage 1 transonic. Stage 1 landing burn.
Start of landing burn.
Stage 1 landing leg deployed. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And as you saw and heard, we had successful first stage landing at landing zone
Stage 2 in terminal
4,
guidance.
which marks the second landing for this specific booster, which previously supported NROL 126. This marks the 397th landing of an orbital class booster. Next up, we're expecting the shutdown of the second stage MVAC in about 10 seconds from now.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
Nominal parking orbit.
We just had successful cutoff of our second stage engine, and we heard the call out for good orbit. Coming up next, we have the second burn of our MVAC engine on board the second stage, or SES-2, around the T plus 50 minute mark. After that, the first batch of deployments will begin at about T plus 54 minutes. We'll be back in about 40 minutes to bring you live coverage of SES-2.